Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We all should be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because we are professionals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My daughter said we are professionals.
Professional what is yet to be determined.
Professional something.
Morning, everybody.
You hear all these professional guys I work with every day? They're so professional. You don't think they're professional?
We are always professional.
Listen to Jack. He sounds like the most professional guy on the planet. Steve is a business owner. Dash is was a stay-at-home dad now. Trader slash dad slash guy.
Slash guy.
Let's be honest. Steve's a truck driver.
Be right
He
back.
drives in circles all day. But he has a good time.
She thinks Jag is Jack, but that's okay.
Let's go, 571. Let's go. On at the 580. Come on. This candle. Go, 74. Come on.
Still got 7 minutes, man. Hey, get on, you got over the 570. You get in it, Jag? You waiting?
I'm waiting.
I gotta wait for the at this point, dude. No,
Yeah,
I'll lose the 20 cents on it if it just drops. You better fuck cat.
At least for once, we're all in agreement. We're all bearish on it. To some extent. Oh, yay, I'm red. Yes.
Red.
Oh, I'm so much more comfortable right now. I was nervous for a while. Now I feel good. Now I feel good about this trade. I've been in the trade for an hour and a half, and I'm literally back where I was.
Says a company benefited from strong growth in China and India, where a company more than doubled its replacement units on a combined basis versus last year. That GT, which is a player called Tango.
Holy crap, man. That cat is crazy. I think I'm the one that's gonna die with that cat. He doesn't attack you like that. Animals freaking love me. What is wrong with that cat?
Lance, you gotta be in Luke's room right now. They're talking about a chicken shortage.
There's a chicken shortage.
You gotta, yeah. They're talking about that one that died in Massachusetts on the road. Now there's a chicken shortage.
Yeah.
It's because of the one that died. Hey, ISNS. I told you I saw it.
Woohoo! 80s, let's go! Go, 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 go! I had 20 cents on this. Fantastic.
Hey, right. It's like I was cheering for it to go up, but now I'm kind of upset that it didn't.
20 cents on this and now I'm red. I love it.
Somebody warned you that this thing could have a pop.
If it gets the six, it'll be very nice.
Yeah.
611 or so.
Woo! Bring it.
See what this pullback does. You kind of want it to hold like 570s. to see a pop.
Open trade.
You only went a couple hundred, didn't you?
I went in with a comfortable size to add.
Gotcha. I mean, you were saying you weren't talking about taking a lot there just because it was kind of a let's see what happens type trade, but
I didn't take what I usually take for this price stock.
yeah. That's not funny, man. That cat scares me, Willie. Your cat is frightening. Alright, baby. I got 2 minutes here, and the daddy's got to focus for a little bit, okay? For work, because that's when it really starts.
Daddy, you're just playing a video game. That's not really work.
It's kind of like a video. Kind of like a video game. My daughter says it's not a video game. Go.
And held at 575.
Yeah. I see that probably be the bottom here, or it's probably gonna fade.
Ooh.
Yeah, that goes. That could be right.
Morning, DM.
What happened?
Ha ha ma. Ha ha.
I didn't want to see that.
Right.
Oh
At least
no.
not yet.
What happened?
Good now. Gotta see what happens with that bell, dude.
I slept normal hours last night, but for some reason I definitely feel like
Scanner
a little
Dave
more
Ferraro
tired today.
will cautiously try the on dips there.
I think a lot of it is just getting anxious, and there's still a lot of work / packing to do. And I was not happy with the Ravens last night.
We are open.
Hey, what's up, Justin? Speaking of the Ravens.
Wasn't so excited.
Good luck, everybody.
What happened?
Yeah, this is brutal. I'm out of here.
Take a long weekend.
Yeah.
That's a quick flash crash to 50.
Yes. What's your average, Steve?
76.
What are you in?
ISNS.
Oh, that one you mentioned at like 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
I like woke up and there's a Discord message already. What's up with ISNS? Are you long or short?
Short.
I was just asking because I don't have any shares.
Did you get in, Devin?
No.
I mean, I guess that means you guys have shorts too.
Yeah.
That's a really small float or market cap. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Careful with that one.
It's already rotated.
Thinking back, Justin, when I was driving home, I kind of understood the wide receiver pick because Green Bay was right behind him, but I didn't understand their second pick with the linebacker.
GNW nibble.
I didn't understand that at all.
participation in
Seriously? Who is vacuuming?
The street cleaner.
Steve's like, let me open my window real quick.
Window outside.
Like, let me make sure these guys hear this.
Mo's locked some, keeping it green.
Actually, I was parked. I guess on the side where he's sweeping. He pulled up next to me. Like that way I get a good look at him. Like, oh yeah, you want me to move? That's what we're going for? Whoa! Where's it
A
going?
huge float. Man.
Have a good Shabbos.
Sorry, I
There
should
we
have
go.
done that. Did you get him, Jag?
What?
Did you get him this?
No, I'm in GNW.
Did you get it, Devin?
I'm not sure. No, no. Hold on.
I was watching GNW, but I needed more out of that thing. But it looks like it worked.
GNW $. Working for pennies today, I guess. GEVO up 7.4 days.
top PMI for April, expecting 55.3.
Good, we go, man.
I'll be right back.
No, I don't know what the total is offhand. Not worried. Have a good Shabbos. Take care.
What is
Maybe the
Shabbos?
schedule is usually Wednesday morning now. If it's different, I'll let your wife know. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let her know tonight.
Report complete opening of land border with U.S.
I did get him this.
Did you?
I'm back.
What is this Shabbos that you keep mentioning, Steve?
Sabbath.
Sabbath?
I think you have Jewish friends.
I do, but I don't know anything about the religion.
Sabbath? Day of rest? Friday night, sundown? Saturday night, sundown? When I don't use electronics or anything?
Yuck.
No driving?
A day of religious observance and abstinence from work kept by Jewish people from Friday evening to Saturday evening, and by most Christians on Sunday.
Out almost.
Oh.
Whoa, ISNS, come on, bro.
I got all out of it
Whoa,
already.
now I'm red. Ho! Whoa!
Report that the Ford government in Ontario is seeking
That's the slow nature, bro.
Yeah. Did you play it?
No, I got all out of it. Hold on, miss. Okay.
U.S.-Mexico border. open soon.
Ooh, that's big volume.
Yeah.
I might just hold up on this thing. What else is moving?
Nothing really. I got a little win on GNW, but I'd still be in it, but I had to leave for a second, so.
So cool doing.
Nothing good.
Spread.
ISNS is tempting to get at the top here, but I'm not doing it.
Making you a wee bit nervous.
Yeah.
Stay in the ball.
TAOP stock and get.
Yes, Focus Oncology, a little pop here on closes. January $10 call speak now on CLVS, Charlie Lima Victor Sandy, Focus Oncology.
Order filled.
TAOP might be interesting for you,
TAOP.
Tim.
Yeah, I just got in.
Unbelievable. What a joke.
I think that's going to come down for you, Steve.
Oh, I know it's going to come down. It's just hilarious how terrible I played this.
Order filled.
Unbelievable.
Dollar bill y'all.
Out of TAOP.
Nice little win then, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Hoo-hoo. At Tim.
Shares of costs spiking here, 2027. KOSS cost.
At least I got an add-on.
TIGRYUG Eco.
All the way back down. Look at this sucker.
I know. I was tempted to. That's why I stopped looking. Because I didn't know what it's going to do.
Steve's probably happy.
Yeah.
Steve should be good. Should have shorted it at 36, but I chickened out on it.
a little risky.
Clovis, January $7 fall season CLBS, leaving with Mr. Sandy.
Pixie's making a run. Not that we can do anything with it, but you might be able to too. And Thomas.
I have no shares.
Shares not either?
No. Gonna go through 4. Everyone was saying it yesterday. That's what they're looking for today.
Well, on ISNS.
Pixie.
No.
He is, yeah, he's an edge rusher. No, I remember them saying that he didn't even have a sack his entire last season. Like, how do you draft somebody first round as an edge rusher and it doesn't even have a sack? Like, even bad rushers get like a mistake sack
22
every once in a while.
do that in a second.
Probably a good one there.
Stock time, no, I'm with Interactive Brokers. And DM, I'm in Eastern time zone. So, market time.
SHT, you jinxed it? So right. LOL.
You get a lot of the Steve, or you still in it?
The
Oh,
only
still
long this year
incomplete.
that I
I
have
even
taken
added.
that was green was a mistake.
So what's your average now?
582.
That's not even false. That's the truth. we looked at that yesterday. I've had probably like 10 long trades, and the only one that was green was
My ad was at like 590.
a mistake. A mistake long on Tesla.
Didn't give it to you?
No, I got that one. I was gonna put another one in like 615, but obviously didn't get that high. Because I only added half size.
Steel basically going straight up off the bottom.
Seal?
Steel X, letter X.
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes I go back and forth with the time zone because it's like it would be real nice to be done trading and it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. You could be done and like literally have the rest of the day to do whatever you want. Because I'm usually done around 11, 12 o'clock, so that's 8, 9 o'clock Pacific. Yeah, I go back and forth. Yeah, it would suck because you can't really stay up late, but you have the whole rest of the day to do whatever. Well, it did get through. It did get through 4, but then it got slammed. You think CMEG's still good to use? Yeah, yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with CMEG. The fact that they took our promo codes away kind of sucks because that was some nice passive income. But other than that, no, they're still the same old CMEG. Nothing wrong with using them. From what they say, they will be opening up a U.S. broker I mean, it'll still be CMEG, but they'll be in the U.S. as well as Canada. They say by the end of the year, but we'll see. I do not think Central is best because that means you're really far away from the oceans. I like being able to drive and see the big blue water. I mean, granted, right now I live literally next to the Chesapeake Bay, but the bay versus the ocean is so different.
PLS go 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 go.
Avco? Okay, that's what we've resorted to looking at.
That's what we have resorted to looking at.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Are you watching, Jack?
Oh, kind of looking around. Looking at FLWS, but it's not moving fast enough.
In that case, ZOM 1.20s please.
I'm still watching ISNS, but I'm not getting much of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with lakes, but again, lakes are not the ocean. There's something about running into the ocean and just battling the waves a little bit.
Got in up by 6 and just covered.
That's what I grew up doing, so
Didn't even watch it anymore, you know?
a little biased probably.
I debated right there too, but then I just didn't do it.
Up at 6.
Yeah, I said
Oh.
I just didn't know if it was going to keep going.
Finger on the button, man, but I was like, yeah, low floater just got in my head.
I think I had actually an order set in at 6:02.
MOGO up.
No.
Ricky Bobby, where art thou?
I'm not on my 100% A game today.
There's really not much to trade.
Huh?
There's really not much to trade to be on your A game.
Not a ton, no.
Yeah,
PIXY cut. Missed the pop literally by a penny.
I traded the risky one, but it's not my go-to.
BXRT is running, Tim. I don't know if you guys have those. Or if you'd even want them. But
Nope, we don't have them today. Yeah, that thing was scary yesterday.
yeah.
That could have been real bad.
Ben Kaplan says getting less dedicated workers back to the workforce and back to jobs is a challenge during the recovery. Says risk is 6.5% growth forecast for U.S. economy this year is to the upside.
Excuse me. $11.50 area would be nice for this one. Brutal. Great Lakes are an option in Central. Yeah, but then you're starting to get up where it's cold. Like a little too cold.
First one off?
No.
Yeah, as much as I don't like the state of Maryland as a whole, I mean, it is a pretty good
It's extending big time.
like
right now.
central location as far as like the temperature goes, and you don't really ever get too many like horrible storms. Like we don't get earthquakes, we don't really get tornadoes. It's very rare we get a hurricane from the south. Usually when we do, it's just remnants. Like I can't remember the last time we had like an actual hurricane. A lot of times it's just a tropical storm or less by the time it gets here, like a depression. It's a pretty good, like as far as weather goes, it's not too bad. However, you do get the old, like, it can be all 4 seasons in a day kind of crap here. Zom, why it makes those 1 cent bars. That's just because there's no volume. And even when there is volume, the float is so high
Sweep over somewhere too
that
if you do that.
when the float's that high and there's just not that much
Yeah,
interest
what's up, beast?
and there's not that much of an imbalance, this is what you get. You just get people hitting the bid and the ask, bid and the ask, bid and the ask, bid and the ask, but it's within those pennies. So it's really just how some stocks work, unfortunately. You love the cold? Oh, well, feel free to go up north then. Go up to, like, Alberta.
You gotta let me focus too, okay? You watching ISNS?
I've got it. I can see it, but I'm still scared of it.
Your daughter's watching ISNS?
No, talking to Jack. Oh, he's going to
So you have both girls today?
Not yet. The other one's
Not yet.
The other one's going to school in a month.
I don't think I ever asked you, like, how that worked with them growing up. Like, did they kind of grow up together?
Yeah, both girls every other weekend. So it's not like I'm never really are together full time. And then I have the oldest Monday, Tuesday, and this one Wednesday, Thursday.
Gotcha. That kind of sucks in a way. I mean, I get it, but
then it's kind of good in a way too.
yeah,
Both of them
yeah.
individual time with me, you know, not
Yeah.
shared.
Dad thinks he's a bad cat.
He is a bad cat. All cats are bad.
Did you get in?
Too cool. Just kidding. I love cats. My mom has a cat, and he's like, I always said if I ever got a cat, I hope it's like the one my mom has. He's awesome.
My cat's too friendly.
Doesn't seem to have that issue.
Oh,
All over the map, dude.
glad we at least got one trade.
Might go to the bottoms, might squeeze up and go to highs. Who the heck
Well,
knows?
you guys are literally dealing with the 90% on that one. That's why it's doing what it's doing. Because there's literally nothing else doing anything, so everyone's
So that's
just
why I was
like,
keep looking back at it.
yeah.
There's nothing else going on.
You know what 90% normally ends up doing.
Well, in this case, it's a guessing game.
I could squeeze. Corn money to this stupid done.
But as you know, most of the 90% don't even know what a short is, so.
That's why shorting this seems a little scary right now. Float rotation, low float.
AUPH up.
AUPH, huh? What you looking at, Brian? It's better than the last one. Did Mogo ever end up doing this? Nope.
TAOPARQTGNW leftovers on trail.
Yeah, what did TAOP end up doing? Ooh. Got out of TAOP a little early.
Yes.
Do they keep going down?
Yeah. I mean, it did bounce a little, but
This is where Joe lives? Oh, that's so funny.
ended up failing.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Yes, I got a customer over there. No problem. Take your time.
You got a customer over there.
Nice to
over
meet
there,
you. I'll see you.
Over there.
Nice to meet you. Have a good
Okay,
Sabbath.
thank you.
WVVI is going to high a day. Not a lot of, there's no volume really in it today yet, so.
Oh, yeah, that's way down from yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Way down from yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Dang. NAKD. That's got a F ton of volume today. So does FAMI.
Fammy?
FAMI. F-A-M-I. NAKD is a 70-cent stock. It's got F ton of volume.
Damn. Crazy.
I found the volume. FAMI, F-A-M-I, is a 40-cent stock. It's got 70 mil.
But what? Naked. It's done 122 million and it's only moved 6 cents.
It's a naked FAMI.
Fammy's moved 2 cents on 70 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I don't understand the people. It's like why trade tens of thousands of shares looking for a penny versus like even just jumping up to something that's moving 20 cents. Like you don't need that many shares, and I just don't get it. This is all that Tim Sykes BS. Gotta trade the penny stocks. You forgot to say happy Sabbath.
You only say that to Jews.
Apparently some Christians on Sunday.
But then it's not the Sabbath.
Still technically the Sabbath.
Are you still looking at that?
Naked was $3.40 not that long ago, January.
I'm looking at it. I'm not trading it.
Just goes to show you when you get these pump and dumps.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yes.
Steve, who's the most popular person you ever did dry cleaning for?
50 Cent.
Was it just like a one-time thing because he was in town?
No, he's a regular customer. He has an apartment in Union City.
Gotcha.
Not sure if it's a wife, girlfriend, or various girlfriends. But there's always some women's clothes in there. Don't ask the question. Just take the money.
I mean, you know what that is. You don't know what that is?
Hold on a sec. I didn't hear what you said. Luke was babbling into my other ear. Shut him up.
Mark
What'd you say?
stalking it.
I was saying you know why that is.
No, but we don't ask questions.
It's because they sip in Bacardi like it's their birthday. Too corny?
A little bit.
So it fits right in.
Kaplan says Fed should start talking about tapering bond buying soon.
Oh boy. They were targeted by Wall Street Bets crew for a short squeeze. Well, they got it, but usually they go back down to where they came from, and that's what it did.
After all this garbage, I'm red on ISNS. I shouldn't be shocked. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that one doesn't look too healthy to the downside at the moment.
It looks too whippy for me to even think about trading. Look at that, every time it gets up to 6, slam down, 6, slam down, 6, slam down. Breaks through there.
Until it doesn't. Yep.
And as soon as you hit that button, it's
As soon as I hit that button, it's going to right through 6
couple
and hit
shots there.
650.
Big Co.
Yeah.
13.50
In the
plus
second hole.
ideal. And fast PLS.
That candle.
This is
Did that one actually keep going? Oh, it is.
For you. I mean, it could
This
also
way,
go
we can
to
keep it up, see if it
the
actually
all
does
price of
anything.
534 in one
But yeah, I'm
candle.
definitely not really interested in this unless it goes fast.
Fast on AUPH would be nice.
I had several opportunities to make some money on this, and I did not.
Yeah, for now.
She's proven to be
GME is definitely an exception for
what it
now.
proved to be.
Where is that at? Did it actually get over 200? Nope. I tried.
Damage, riskier trades.
See, I went PG there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I think it really, really, really needed to break 200 for it to actually have a chance. But the big boys didn't let that happen. I mean, if you look at the daily on this thing, and you can see the trend line.
Could have been that one trade I wanted, you know.
And it's almost perfect, geez. And take a look at that. And so if it starts going down now, I mean, granted, you do have this one as well. So.
Can we get some continuation red candles? That's what we need. We've had this before. We need a follow through.
What's your average? I don't think I asked again, or maybe I did and I didn't listen.
82.
82.
82. We got a continuation down here. Next candle into the 50s.
Honestly, bouncing off a trend line that's developed right now.
Yeah, GME is doing everything they can to make it seem like this stunt is warranted, but it's not. How can they be how they can't compete? They can't compete with the likes of Amazon, Walmart, even like a place like Target. Like even Target can outmaneuver them at their own game.
Up, goes back to the high, and there's one big wedge.
I mean, it's silly. Like they don't off. The only thing they offer is in-store, like hands-on type stuff with some games. Like, and nobody. I feel like nobody really cares about that anymore. It's such a different world than it was, you know, even 10 years ago. Don't like, especially like 20 years ago.
I'll find my trade. That's still your patient.
You only have the one trade today so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I got my small green.
I have a new voicemail. One final courtesy call before your warranty expires and your coverage is voided. This would make you financially responsible for all service repairs. Press 1 now. If you wish to extend or reinstate your car's warranty, once again, press 1 now, or press 2 to be placed on DNC, or call 833-304-1447.
Probably gonna fade all day. I mean, I probably will get that fade all day, but
Which one?
I'm wondering. Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, everything's going digital. I mean, you can literally just buy the games online now. You don't even need a physical copy of anything. I mean, I can't remember the last time I had a physical game of anything. And I don't play console games, so I don't really... I mean, is that like their last chance? Like, do you still need physical games for console, or can you download them onto the console? I would assume... I mean, last time I played was like PlayStation 3, I think, and you could download games onto the console then, so I would only assume that that's still a thing now. Just need a bigger hard drive. And I'm assuming that with these basically desktop PCs that they're giving you now as consoles would have enough memory to hold the games. It's pretty much all the games you want.
I would assume you are correct, sir.
Oh, what a brutal, brutal day.
On that thing, dude. Sanity.
If you guys have 3 minutes, watch the link that I'm posting.
Sure we do.
It's a pretty funny one. A lot of the ones they make are pretty funny, but this one's actually really funny. Or at least I thought so. I'll post it to you guys too. Xbox Series X doesn't have a disk drive. Wow. Amazon's. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Can we get the move that ASRT made with some actual volume on our real ticker? Please? Pretty please?
Real ticker.
Yeah, like something that actually has some range. It's like 4 lines in a row. You know how it like goes up like 10 cents, 20 cents or whatever? That one goes up literally 1 penny every 4 lines.
Oh, I see.
Brutal. This is like after the last few days, this is brutal. Like this reminds me of the last couple weeks. Watching Rail. It just doesn't have any volume.
Rail up. $141K shares to borrow. Low volume as well.
Love this. Up around 790.
Hey, how are you? 288 Sunset? Yep.
Order filled.
Starter there. Mark started. 7.90s likely. Rail finger on button. Re-rail.
What a stubborn little stock.
Yeah.
That was
Don't
pretty
tell me.
funny.
Guess what just missed me by a penny so far? So stupid. Thomas!
1 penny.
You take any trades yet, Thomas?
Yeah, I took a couple. I'm actually in rail right now. Pulling back up.
Ones that are moving on grinders like AUPH, CLF.
Yeah, I was watching AUPH. I was hoping it would like get a little bit of speed going.
Watching Mark, M-A-R-K, could possibly do something.
It charts very similar.
TSLA.
No, thank you.
Got a little add-on there.
Call you Mr. Red to Green to Green to Red to Red to Green.
Oh, yeah.
Your new nickname. It's not hold the trade anymore. Mr. Red to Green to Green to Red to Red to Green. It's a green to red.
Come on.
It's like
Go through
88.
240.
Yeah.
This one's kind of annoying. I mean, I knew it was going to be because of the low volume, but it's annoying that it missed us by a penny. At 752, we were sitting at 751. Willing to play this up towards 8 though.
AUPH better now. Added.
Sachs, Sky News, reporting Goldman Sachs asset management arm in advanced talks to invest 250 million pounds into QVO Energy.
Beam straight to her foreheads.
Which has become one of Britain's
It's funny.
electricity suppliers. US Goldman Sachs from Sky News.
I mean, I honestly think the future is kind of VR. Have you seen the movie Ready Player One? I really think that's kind of where we're headed. I mean, it's going to take a long time to get to something like that, but I do think that's where we're headed. I literally moved my order up a penny because I missed it by a penny last time, and it just missed me by a penny again.
What did you get?
Mark some 1-1-1-1 there. Still waiting for speed.
Moved it up and still miss you, I think.
Order filled.
Yeah. I was at 51 the first time, and it went to 52. So I moved it up to 52, and it went to 53 this time. Well, it says it went to 52, but I didn't get filled. I saw 53. I never saw 52.
Yeah, the ass never came down on that thing.
No, yeah. I never had a chance to get out on the ask. Took a starter on Mark as well. Just kind of looking to scalp that one.
AUPH missed me by a penny. Had an order at 13.55, went to 13.54, and then dropped. Are you in that?
No. Like $14.
Yeah.
So the 200 on the daily.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, come on, one more penny. That way we're front running to 52 because that's where it essentially went both times. But
And it broke out above its previous resistance, you know?
Yep.
So like, why would you not go there? Go tap it, come back down to the previous resistance, and be not even that big of a win, but it's something.
Order filled.
take that half off if it breaks through, I think. Or recycle them. I'll look for it to reject there, though.
Steve entered the most frustrating trade of the day. Until the wheels fall off. Rotated its float a lot of times now.
One penny again.
That's 300 shares, right?
Can't make this shit up.
4,300 contracts of Emerald Alpha.
I like the price point on Mark.
On the bid, can't get filled. Not really looking
Order
at it.
filled. Order filled.
Oh, got her fill up on a room. Now it probably, that thing might dump if it filled like that. Keeps going to 39.
And then nobody's got to worry.
Order filled.
I was just about to try to split it, but we'll take it.
$, Mark and Rail.
Yeah, Jag, that whole time you're like, where's this thing going? And then at the end, he's like, never lost a bet.
That was funny.
Uh-oh.
And at the beginning where she goes, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. He goes, right here.
AUPH. I don't really like that one, but you're right. I saw the exhaustion there too, but it's not really
Mark
my play.
appreciated. $, on way.
The movie and the book, nice. Ready Player One games would be sick. Hell yeah.
With Mark and Rail.
Yeah, I did too, but I tried to keep as much as I could. Patience, that is. I was cutting Rail at high of day there. I wasn't letting it go back against me. Mark, I was actually kind of hoping for the 250 pop so I could kind of hit it harder because that would have actually been some speed, but I got the ad up there just in case it didn't, which obviously it didn't, at least not yet anyway. Just one of them days, got to stack the smaller ones together. I'd say Mark was probably the best mover that I played today. TAOP was okay, but it wasn't really fast. At least Mark had a little bit of speed there at the top. And that wasn't even speed. That was like a jog. AIRG. Yeah, see, I'm not interested in those types of plays. I mean, AUPH, I mean, even that one's a tough one to read. I mean, the volume, you never really got that big exhaustion volume candle. Usually it'll be the biggest candle of the day, and that's usually the top. Didn't even get that. Just kind of died.
Anything even on Watch Jag?
Someone posted on Twitter, okay, I quit trading, gonna go apply at McDonald's.
AUPHTHX. $, on way. Uhu, at B1.
Sorry.
missed all the moves. I'm sorry. Huge trade is just dropping around.
Your trade.
Huge trade.
All right, guys. So I've been looking. Tuesday and Thursdays are my highest profitable day, so I'm just gonna only trade Tuesdays and Thursdays now.
And how far back did you go to figure this out? Just this week?
That's the entire year, but
Okay. Kind of odd.
yeah, it's actually kind of interesting looking.
I think Mondays are my worst day.
My worst day is Wednesday.
There's a farming at AMI continuing to expire now, 44.90.
Spiking again.
45 minutes.
Yeah, that a boy. Tell us about Fammy at 45 cents. Let's go.
Oh, is that 45 cents?
Yeah.
I said 45. I wasn't sure.
That sense.
Let's take
Mark
$1.
back to the highs.
Yeah.
It's for, Mark's like $2, alright?
Yeah,
250.
250. As 50 Cent would say.
You're short on that one.
Steve, you should try to get like a contract with like with the Red Sox or something. I feel like you'd make a lot more money. Just like show up to the park after a game, be like, hey, you need me to get that? Yeah, I get that for you. I'm so good I had that back yesterday.
Yesterday?
You don't even have to wait till tomorrow. I get it to you yesterday.
Frustrating day so far.
I know, I'm green almost to quota, and I'm like frustrated. Not really quota. Let me say my average winning day as of late, which is not my quota. It's like 60% of my quota.
MESO stalking it.
You guys want to see an interesting chart from my journal? Look at this one. I did it by time. It just goes to show you your opportunities get worse and worse throughout the day.
But you also don't trade throughout the day ever, so it's not super accurate.
Yeah, true, because it is just going off of total money, not
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And you do not normally trade past, 11-ish, so.
You aren't wrong.
Yeah. Not saying that there are more opportunities in the afternoon than in the morning, because obviously
Yeah.
there is more movement, but there's opportunities in the afternoon. Not maybe for your strat as much as mine, but for breakdowns and stuff, I find afternoons to be really good.
I just noticed too that there's not a way to look at my journal like on a daily basis. I'm trying to figure it out. Like I want to see like every day as an individual, not a cumulative.
So you can see the times or something.
No, so that I can see like today was green this amount, the next day was red this amount, the next day was green this amount. Not just like, okay, well today was $10 and the next day was 10, so now it's 20. I'd rather it say it was 10 and 10. Ooh,
Yeah.
MESO. What is this MESO doing?
It's
And you got some?
we don't have shorts on it.
Is it 52 cents?
MESO.
It's
No,
$8.
850.
860, 850.
I I saw the 852 and I just saw the 52.
That's what you're used to looking at lately.
I need glasses.
Disregard the first number.
I just don't look at that. $100.52. It's 52.
I'd love this closer to 9.
No shorts here. ISNS is super fun.
It looks really,
It's so slow, I've literally had that up on my bottom chart all day.
looks awful. All those crazy wicks.
So it has the calendar.
MESO in.
What?
They got a trend line, it crosses through, and might be interested.
Like at B1.
Crosses up, I'm letting it go. I ain't long on this thing. Or like short it and long it.
Oh yeah, today's the last day of the month.
Yep.
Accurate.
Use what talent you possess. The woods would be very silent if no birds sang except those that sang best.
Okay.
Henry Van Dyke. You ever hear of Edgar Allan Poe?
Yes.
I went to school with his son's son. Literally sat next to him in English class.
Really?
Yeah. He did not seem crazy, so that was good.
Let's see on ISNS.
What was that one that just popped up for like a split second? It was like IT. Oh, there it is. ITP. Oh, nope. Never mind. That's a double liner. That's what I'm gonna start calling those. When it has the same price for 2 lines, so it'll be a double liner. Like the other one was a quadruple liner earlier. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what I'm gonna. That's why. So AKA, don't look at it. ITP. Nope. Double liner.
You done with ITP?
What are we looking at here, Devin?
The trend line I got
Your analysis.
on.
Analysis paralysis.
Up this top. You got the
So
trend
basically,
line up.
Stevie's saying you're effed.
If it breaks above that top, unless it's a big break and then dumps. I mean, tell me you don't see that. That's a definite support line.
I mean, all I see is spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Try not to look at the lines in the middle. Just look at the trend line up and the yellow line on top. That's all you gotta look at. We're bouncing off the trend line. Bouncing off the
Is that supposed to be like the knife through the spaghetti?
Yes, that's the knife through the spaghetti.
Okay, got it.
Those are just my good ones on it.
No, I'm talking about the squiggly ones.
Sure. It's not
The
spaghetti.
red, the pink, the yellow, the red, the blue.
Isn't that
the-
spaghetti?
Yeah, that's the spaghetti. Well, that's because I think there is 2 reds. Oh no, that's just red. There's so many I can't tell. I also like how you found a different color for every single one of these lines. Wait, oh, so the 23.6 is actually a fib line. It's not even just the line that you drew.
Those are all big ones.
Oh, snap.
But
That's all too confusing for me.
right
Still
now,
watching this MESO.
OCGN moved up again.
Thank you. Have a good Sabbath.
MESO still watching. Wanted over 9.
Have the worst Sabbath ever. AUPH still coming Make your way up to 14 bucks.
Order filled.
If I wanted to be in the trade all day, just a long last.
In.
In MESO.
Good luck.
Order cancelled.
Breaky, breaky, 880. There you go. Oh, are you serious? Oh, it went through me for a second. No! The bid just went through me with no fill. What is that? There's actually no print there, though. Are you serious?
Yeah, help a brother out, man.
Are you serious right now?
I got nothing.
ELF, super exciting.
That's a bit frustrating.
BTX back to $40.
Super stoked about that stock you're in.
Yeah, Devin's eyeing that thing for a long.
Huh?
I say, it's like you're eyeing it up for a long.
Oh god, that thing is crazy. Look at that.
That was so annoying. Literally saw it say 70. We were at 71, but there was no prints there. If there was a print at 70, I would have been a little upset. But we didn't get filled there at 71.
I don't know what I want to do.
Oh, bid again? Are we the ones on the bid not getting filled? Like, is that what it is? Is that twice now? The volume that light? We're just the ones on the bid with 50 shares and we can't get filled?
Wants to go all the way to the end.
Did it again! 71! It literally says 71 this time. Okay, now I'm a little upset. Look, there it is
Order
again.
filled.
I was... What? Urgh.
11, 12 time.
Urgh. Out of MESO.
Me too. Huh? See if it breaks out, it breaks
Dollar
down.
bill, y'all.
Thomas, were you watching me on that trade? Like, what the heck? It was so frustrating.
Yeah, I watched on your side. You actually got a better.
Dollar on way.
I got it.
Yeah, it kept not filling me. It was annoying. I wanted to hold it, but the minute it didn't fill me that first time, I was like, screw this. Get me out. And I'm not going to lie. As it was working its way back down, I was like, man, this thing's going to flush. And I don't know. Whatever. I get so annoyed. Like, I get more emotional, like, when I don't get filled like that versus, like, if something's, like, running against me. It's kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about it. Because I really shouldn't be.
ISWL, shares open now, Hotel Oscar Whiskey Lima. Opening at $18.21, Noble Therapeutics. Now at $18.79 at HOWL, Hotel Oscar Whiskey Lima.
check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo ho yo. What are we doing?
Nothing.
I like my trade.
You're what, 588?
Uh, 87, 28. Yeah, 587. Just ridiculous.
You're green, Steve.
Don't do that to me. Look at that. It won't last.
I got so excited, my nipples got hard for you.
Wow.
Jesus.
Holy moly.
Schlimmka.
My ears are bleeding.
MESO would have filled me where my order was.
Mark another lock there.
I'm very uncomfortable. Although I'm actually very green right now.
MESO
You
will be on
are.
a trail in a few. Dollar.
Yeah, miso would have been nice. I got a little aggravated with it though. That was my own fault.
Well, I got it as well. So with the market conditions, the way every other trade's been going, like, okay.
Yep.
Back up. No,
Yep.
not
Just
quite.
taking what it gives me. That was actually my biggest winner of the day, so can't really complain.
I'm just super happy with the opportunities that I'm receiving.
One of these days I'm gonna learn to take those spikes down, right?
Yep.
Easy breezy
One
but
day.
rather unsatisfying.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of like you were talking about earlier, how you'd be in and out, in and out.
Yeah. If I was by a computer, yeah.
Probably more difficult to do that when you're waiting up to do, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a chance I skip all back up this time.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's looking kind of weak here. It's a lot of attempts to go high of day and to not get there.
How are there no comps in this country?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's like things like that. You could tell by the way it was moving that it could have did that upward and we got out. It just happened to go a little bit lower first.
MESO hitting pops, taking washes.
AUPH. It's not. No, it wasn't the volume. It was just how it was grindy. Look at the 9. Just follow the price up. That's usually an indication that it's grindy. Where if you look at MESO, see how it was kind of grindy, but see how it started to extend away from it, and then it came back down to it. That's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for a nice extension. XL. Yeah, I mean, this isn't really my typical trade. This just looks choppy to me. Wait, his grandson? XL? I don't know who that is. Is that a person?
What you watching, Devin?
Morning, Abdel. Yeah, patience. It's in a market like this, patience isn't really my thing. Energy sector's tanking pretty hard today. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, to be honest. Poe's grandson, who you sat next to. XL, it wasn't his name.
Do you think a good answer to a baby brother?
I had to put a volume control on that young.
Muzzle.
Just as bad as
Sorry, I'm trying to look up.
scared the crap out of me. I was like, what was that?
Oh, XL. You're confusing the crap out of me. What do you think of XL? I think you would have liked XL. His grandson, question mark? I'm so confused. Oh, you're asking if it was his grandson. I was like, what? I was so confused at what you're talking about. I'm actually trying to remember his name now. It was a very like typical name. Oh, excuse me. And I think it was his great grandson. I don't think it was his grandson, if I had to guess correctly. I think because it wasn't Edgar. He was a little older than that. Or well, he was born a lot earlier than his grandson. You would think he'd probably be born around the 1900s, where I think Edgar was born I don't know. I have no idea. It was in the 1800s, but I want to say it was way earlier in the 1800s. Because I'm pretty sure I remember him saying, I don't think he said grandfather. I think he said wanted to say great grandfather. I honestly don't remember. It was a while ago. And I wasn't really into that kind of stuff, so I wasn't necessarily paying 100% attention. Okay.
At PGS.
Excuse me. I wish this would have like ran like up to like 280s. Would have been interested. The market we're in right now, you can keep your plays the same. You definitely up your share size a little to make more. Sammy, I'm going to. I promise. Just wait till I move into the new house. I'm coasting right now until we get into the new house. Yeah, DM, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure it was his great grandson. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I try not to be impulsive because impulsive decisions are not consistent. So you're definitely right there. I'm just trying to be consistent in what I'm doing, and I will start to up my share size. Like you guys, like I was saying before, you guys see me, I'm double clicking and then hitting the load button. So I'm getting shares based off of that. That was not right. Yeah. But so I'm getting shares based off of a certain amount, but then I keep lowering that amount because of the market we're in right now. So like I was saying yesterday, my first attempt at scaling up is going to be double clicking and hitting this button and leaving the share size around where it's at. And that should naturally make me more money because I'm not lowering the share size. And then from there, once I can get consistent with doing that, then we will start to actually up the size by increasing this number from 30 to 40 to 50 to 75 to 100, etc. And then over time, that will be our way of scaling up. So I don't see that being a problem. I feel like it should work, and we'll see if it does work. But we're definitely waiting until we move and get settled into the new place. I'm not really looking to stress myself out more than I already am at the moment. 10K shares and go. Yeah, we'll just get we'll go all GDT on it. Just 10K shares. I wish you still had that video. I was so mad at you for deleting all your videos. That would have been awesome to keep. I came here after a week. Seeing you with the same beard feels like I never left trading. I actually shaved. I trimmed it down quite a bit, and I actually found a gray hair. I had to cut it. It was sticking out.
Did you change his name too?
No, he did. Or someone else did. It wasn't me.
You figured that out? Holy crap.
Well, he figured out how to hold the trade, so.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to change my name. You guys said that was more appropriate.
So what number are you looking for on that trade, Steve?
The 52-week low is $3.05.
You going for $3?
What's that?
You going for $3 then?
No. I mean, I would like to see $5. Maybe $5.20. It'd be nice if it could break down below the low of day at $5.45.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, that would be real good. Even just getting down below 550 would be nice.
Seems to be getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah, and the volume's dying off, which is good. As long as the volume keeps dying off, you should be all right. Usually, from my experience, when you get a lot of volume and then the volume starts to die off, whatever direction the stock is going at that current time is usually the direction that everyone is okay with it going. Basically a trend, essentially. You see it a lot. Like, look at MESO. It kind of did the same thing. You got all the volume going up, but then the volume started to die down as it was going down. But if you find one where you get a big volume pop up and then it starts to grind higher as the volume starts to go down, then everyone's okay with it going up for the rest of the day. It's just kind of a natural thing that I've seen over the years. Basically, what I'm saying is I think you're in a good spot.
Looking okay for now.
Yep. I mean, that is a crazy one. So, yeah, it definitely can do whatever the F it wants. HP? Definitely not. Is this Hewlett Packard?
50s here. The next candle is too.
Didn't watch your recap videos a couple of days. Market is very slow. I don't sit that long. Saw your video where you were frustrated sitting all day long. Yeah, I've been pretty bad with the videos lately too. I've been trying to go over to the house and get as much as I can done. I haven't been like time stamping the videos and whatnot, so that'll all change once we're in the new house. I'll start time stamping again. I'll do the thumbnails, and I might even like start doing recaps again. I don't know. But right now, that is just not going to happen. I'm just not looking to push the extra buttons at the moment. Actually, wouldn't mind seeing the SPY drop a little bit today. I'm getting ready to add more money on Monday to the kids' accounts. Get a little bit of a discount. HP's an energy company. I wonder if I put the title bar back on here. Yes.
Did you see my text?
Yes. Is it okay to come put some clothes in the washer?
Yes.
No. Yeah, of course it is. I just randomly got a text. You still listening? Ma?
Yeah.
It says, "Hi, are you by chance interested in selling this house?" As in your house. It has the address. I just don't want to say it out loud. "I'd love to chat with you about an offer for you. Reply stop to opt out of messages."
I wonder if the management company sold your address.
It's this address.
Oh, my address?
Yeah.
Oh. There you go.
How does that even?
Your number is associated with.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, obviously it's spam, but at the same time, it's like, how? Like, what?
Must be on an old list. They probably bought an old list.
Yeah, but they don't even like give you a way to actually contact them unless I guess you respond. Yeah. Interesting.
So much.
It could just be maybe off of an IP address or something.
I mean, that'd be weird. That'd be kind of a guess.
Yep.
Because usually when they do IP, it's just like the general area. It's not going to give you the exact address. Yeah.
Weird that it's this address.
Stupidity, patience. It's all good.
Helmerick Payne.
Pop back up to 582.
It's cold down here. I mean, it's not on right now, but
No, but I meant
yeah.
Dave was like, turn off the air
Break
conditioner.
the trend at this point?
60-some degrees out.
Yeah, it's windy.
It broke its trend line, yeah, for
Danger
sure.
energy.
My yard's full of helicopters right now.
Pop to 582.
I hate
just
those
to
things.
Prove it's going down.
Can you? I wonder what seed is in those things. What
Oh, it's from a tree.
seed is in
I got those
helicopter
ones, yeah. I mean, this is a crazy one, but still, there's big money. that
tree? I don't even know what those things are called. I've always just called Samaras.
Actually, if I pick it up at all,
Samara is more commonly referred to as helicopters or whirlers or twisters or whirligigs.
You actually get some volume there. I don't know if y'all sure.
BTX was huge.
Oh wow, look at that thing go. Dang, look at that thing go all day.
Yeah.
Look at what it's done this week. Look at the week on it. Look at the week it had.
Well, yeah, but it gave a lot of it back, and now it's getting it all back to the upside. Could be good for you too, Steve, because a lot of people that might have been trading ISNS will leave, take their money, and go.
Money on the way, MESO.
Steve, do you have shorts on BTX? Somebody was asking in chat.
He doesn't either.
Which trees do helicopter seed grow
The other day, I
on?
don't know if you do today.
I have
Alright,
the other
let's see.
week.
Can you eat the seeds in Samaras? Is that Samaras?
If you were wrong in that,
Well, I opened one up yesterday because I was sitting there playing with Camden out front, and they looked like edamame. That's what made me think of it. And it says they're edible. You eat them raw, roast them in your oven on a pan. They taste a little bit like maple. They've got a slight mapley flavor to them. How did you know to try edamame? How did you know to try peanuts? How did you know to try almonds? How did you know to try anything?
Someone else tried it first
I'll try it first.
and said, "Wow, these are good." And there are some of those things that I don't like.
What are you looking for? Is that a mermaid skeleton?
man, I will
That's
tell you
funny.
though, that ISMS trade did
I know.
not go as
I've never seen that though.
I mean,
That's funny.
No, I haven't.
anything about it.
I don't remember seeing it. I probably just looked at the top of it.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's kind of hard to miss that though.
I took a little bit on that drop. Made back my loss.
Took all mark.
Up $8 and 50 cents.
I do have double the shares now than I did beforehand.
Yeah. There's that.
What don't I like about it?
There's that. If it works.
I thought.
All MESO as well.
Oh yeah. You just keep it downstairs. They're not gonna come up and down the stairs. I was telling Amanda, I was like, we probably don't have to worry about them sleeping with us because they're not gonna want to go up and down the stairs anyway.
Just put their bed in the family room.
Well, that's what we were discussing where we were gonna put all their stuff. What is there to like about this? I mean, the way that I trade, this isn't anything that I would be interested in. I'm looking for fast, intense moves, and this is not that. Even if you were looking for a fast, intense move to the downside, it never really had that. I mean, and the volume on this is just crap. So, to answer your question, I'm not trying to be rude. That's my analysis of it.
Take my mugs down and put them.
I don't see anything that's really.
Yeah. I was just telling Amanda I probably need to go get a couple more crates,
I would like
containers,
to see it extended.
to totes to
Yeah.
put
Who knows,
my
man,
stuff
I
in the
don't know.
shed, start doing my
If I
shed
don't know,
stuff.
we've got school here in about
It's a lot of
an hour.
random stuff.
Busy anyway.
Boxes that were down here.
People watching, you know.
We actually just ordered more. They just got here yesterday. She wanted a bunch of medium-sized boxes for some reason. She said the large ones you can't lift. And I'm like, well, we're not lifting them.
Well, if you fill them and then need to move them.
You just slide them.
Oh, there is a few. There's a couple of few.
Uh-oh, Tesla. What?
There's about 4 or 5 of them over there.
Well, I was just going to go grab some from Sam's or something tomorrow. Oh.
I told Dave that big box that the bins actually came in that I kept. I'll put my, I said, good thing I'll put my rings in them. Because I was like, it's a big box, but I don't want to put anything heavy in it. I was like, you know what, it'll be perfect to just put my rings in.
Yeah.
Take them out. Oh,
Fun
why
stuff.
my back hurt? My belly hurt. I'm aching all over.
For a stock that looks like it moves a lot, it just really doesn't, you know?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Buy it isn't even a buck. It's 547 to 610.
They always associate. That's like with them. They associate things with you.
Well, how can each kid be so different? Braden's noodles, Camden's eggs, and William's peanut butter and jelly.
You tell me.
Yeah. I'm coming, but
Anything to do with your house is all public knowledge. You can find out anything real estate-wise if you just have a name. Everything is on the county's treasury office. Yeah, but not this house that I'm in, my mom's house. Not just gonna openly spit her information out there. I don't care if you guys know where I live. What are you gonna do? Send me gifts? You gonna show up on my doorstep? Just warn you, you guys know I have guns, so bring a bigger gun if you're gonna show up at my door. And just leave the kids alone. That's all I ask. If you get the upper hand on me, just don't touch the kids. I don't really know why it would ever come to something like that, but that's the one ask I have. if I ever get caught in a situation where I know it's the end for some stupid reason, that would be my one request. Just leave the kids alone.
Did that problem for 570.
That might be the pop before the drop.
Yeah, you have to go to 582.
That's how they know you're moving? Yeah, but my number and this address at my mom's is not affiliated at all. So I don't understand why they would be texting me with her address. That's what I didn't understand.
So frustrating, bro. I'm not even in it.
You don't know how I trade. That's why what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were here yesterday. I mean, I'm looking for intense moves. Like, so this AUPH, we have a previous resistance here. So I'd be looking for a big intense move on volume like it's trying to get. But I'm looking for it to extend itself away from this previous resistance. I would look to get short based off of exhaustion. We call it the jiggle. Like basically we get an intense move where people are hitting the ask, the ask, the ask, the ask. And then once that stops, it starts to jiggle a little bit from people buying and selling at the same time. And that's usually when you get the move back down. So that's what we're looking for. And typically you'll see that at whole dollars, like half dollars and whole dollars. Sometimes when they go through the whole dollars or half dollars, you'll see it go to like usually like 20 cents above on ones that can have that kind of range. And then that's usually when you're looking for, like if this got up to 14, I'd be interested because then we'd be looking at around 50 cents back down to this line. And a lot of times you see moves where that is the case. It'll come back down and retest that previous resistance before deciding what it wants to do. It happens all the time. Like, I mean, this one didn't necessarily do it on this first move, but this was also a grinder. But you could use like a line there. It came about halfway down, and that's usually what we look for is just half the move anyway. Let's check some of these other ones that we traded. So here's a decent example. So TAOP, that was a previous resistance right there. Went up, it tried to use it as resistance, came down and then busted through, right? Gave us a nice intense move. We got in, we were looking for it to come down. You can see it tried to use it as support. It actually tried to bounce a few times and then failed, right? Let's see, did Rail do anything like that? No, not really. We were kind of playing this as a double top. But we were willing to play this one up to 790 based off of the 60 minute. If you look at the 60 minute on this one, you can see that line here that we were looking at. MESO, yeah, I mean MESO was a good example as well, or that's the one we just did. Or no, this is the one we were in. This was based off of the daily. We looked at this one off the daily. So you can see this line coming across here. It was used here, and then it was used as resistance here. And that was kind of what we were looking at on our daily when we drew that line. So when it went up, and you can actually see, look, I didn't even see this one at first, but it bounced right off of that line, tried to pull back, and then went up through. And so we got short, looking for it to come back down. And this time it actually didn't really try to bounce too much until it got under there. But a lot of times you'll see when you get an extension through a previous resistance, it will usually come down and retest that area before deciding whether it wants to continue or to fail. So that's usually what we're looking for. The ones that don't do it, like, not real. What was it, Mark? Oh yeah, Mark was the other one. So this one didn't really ever have any like previous resistance. It just kind of grinded and then finally took off. So like this down here, look at how grindy this looks, and then it started to extend, right? And it got some volume. That's what we're looking for. Is it TAOP? I don't even remember what I was looking for now, to be honest. But, I mean, that's essentially what we're looking for. Oh, I was looking for one that didn't give the full move back. That's right. So, like, yeah, like rail here, if we wanted to say this was the previous resistance, right, it tried to use it, and then it extended through. So typically we would have been looking for this, but it didn't even get halfway back down, and then it started to move back up, right? So sometimes you're going to run into a stock that's actually kind of strong, where it's going to try to go higher, and it's your job to just kind of feel that out and read the price action and see that you're not really going to get that move back down. So.
Okay, Lou, you got about 40 minutes before you got to get the computer on, okay?
Did you change of address? No, we didn't do any of that yet. We haven't even closed yet. We don't close until the 13th. I'm actually curious if I click this button without having anything in the montage, what will it do? Try it on the demo account, obviously. Okay, so it actually puts you into a position. But as an example, obviously this doesn't really count, but previous resistance, extension away, I would have, to really play this, I would have been looking for something closer to 13. But then you'd just be looking for it to come back down and retest this area. We only got 2 shares. I was just curious if I could misclick by accident throughout the day, what it would do. But apparently it would just give me like very small shares, so I don't have to worry about it.
I miss all the excitement.
You want to see how fun it is to play something on demo? You can practice what you always want to do. Just keep doubling down. It's actually kind of, what is the float? It's a big float.
Probably 60, 70 cents at the time. Just give Apple rise a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it'll provide something.
It's making a move.
Cry up, with a ticker like that, can't not trade it.
CGN Oxygen shares making the highs now 1288. Oxygen shares up about 8% now at the high on Charlie Golf November.
See, this is how Brian trades. Just keep your average all the way up there. Look, now our average is at 84 by trading the way that we did. Like, if you could do that, like if you could start with the share size that you're okay with, and then you could just double it every time. So like, we started with 2, then we did 4, right? And then we did 8. So the next one would have to be 16, right? Because you always double the previous
That shows
amount.
you how slow it is, but that's literally what I'm waiting for.
If you do that, your average is essentially always
But
up at where you're
I think
hitting
it's
the
a
button.
decent possibility.
And then when you finally get the pullback, you have more shares for the drop itself.
'Cause I think like, a little above 14, selling pressure will come in. I might chop around and I'll regret.
And when you're on demo, it's
way
obviously
down.
easy because you have no fear of losing. And on top of that, we also started with like next to no shares.
Delete all these ones.
Average is 1284. That's right where
Last
we're
time
at.
Have to be wet. Did the same thing. Just think it will probably max come down to 13. What? Better than nothing. I'm gonna try it.
Which stock is that?
But if you did like a 112 here, like your average would still be down a little bit further, right? So that's kind of the advantage. If you can do what I just did and be okay with it,
Still need
like
25
mentally,
more cents of grind,
then
so it might take an hour.
you could definitely make some decent money that way.
This is an instant red.
Like if you just added a 0 to this, it'd be a lot
I got
more
a little
interesting,
bit on
obviously.
an ISMS, but man, that thing is moving so slow. I just can't even. Can't even focus on it, man.
Mom made like a sausage bake for breakfast this morning, so I'm not even hungry. There we go, getting to move down. Green, sort of.
Get that sell off throughout the day, but I don't know.
On what?
ISMS.
You're in it?
No, that thing's moving at this pace of a snail, dude. I don't know how much it has to offer. I mean, low of day is 540.
It's in a lot of videos, DM. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was kind of weird that they knew it.
Wait for 2 hours to get 20 cents. Not even 20.
At B1 are you in cry?
I might flash through 547 and I could be totally wrong.
Nope, he is just crying.
It's just frustrating at this point to watch. You seen it, Tim?
No, I mean OCGN's trying to do something.
LMAO. Yes, I am in it now.
Almost, dude.
Depends where he got it.
Getting there. There it is.
I see what you did there, T.
Dude.
Too low.
Nice, man.
Alright. I think we can take it around here.
I don't think that was
So that moves our average to 93.
I think you've endured enough. I don't know, man. Maybe make it 550.
This is kind of grindy. Like now that we're actually in it and playing it, it's a little grindy.
Wait, hold it. Don't hold it if you don't want it. I would make it
LOL.
550.
Dropping the hammer, like B would. Now we're up to 13.
You out?
It's the game of keeping your average up.
541.95 to 542 from 587.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you can get away with something like this, it like almost always works, even on a grinder. It's kind of silly.
I think I flipped a bunch of shares. It's gonna go lower than probably regretting that, but
People don't mention how many shares they take, so I'm not gonna tell. all about results, not the process.
I'm a little mixture, but
You went to go do some tried to get in a fight?
It's a demo.
8.32 was entry.
Oh, okay.
I started it because I wanted to know if I misclicked my double click button that would immediately get you into a trade. If my montage wasn't populated with a price, I was curious if it would put me into a trade. So I went onto the demo account and tried it, and yeah, it started me off with like 2 shares. So, and then I started explaining like my strategy, kind of, sort of, and then I started to say like if you could fight it like Brian does, like this is how he would hammer down on it. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun with a demo trade.
Get billed.
Which of course, you know, it's working. It would have been fun to do for real, I guess. It's kind of a grindy one now, though. OCGN. On demo, yeah. I wouldn't have probably traded this for real. It was a little too grindy. Yeah, it's like a double.
That's it. Old Delta. That's your number. That's great.
The extra hour and a half of the trade paid off.
Yeah.
Paid to be patient.
Yeah.
Patience,
Root for that
stupid.
stick.
Oh, okay.
Patience.
There's the fill there.
Root for that stick. Got the add-on.
So stupid, man. Honestly, if I could trade like that, I would. I don't view it as a bad way to trade the way you trade, to be honest. I mean, except for when something's going up, you can get to like $6-7 and you get out for like a 80-cent win or something. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Green is green. Remember, we started this with 2 shares, where we would have made what, like 20 cents, and we ended up making over $5 realized so far.
Probably gonna drop again.
It just goes to show you how this can be powerful. Like you can build a position as long as you keep your average up. You'll be good to go when it finally dumps. And then when you start adding a couple zeros to these, it can add up.
Pride
I
base.
would have left something on the table.
Sold half of it, left half of it. See if it gets further down.
Oh, it's definitely like I could have stayed in.
What I did is and then with all
Have you seen all the money? Yeah. I've been in this thing for 2 hours.
Base with tears on choice at bundle.
You were in it before I woke up.
Totally. With that.
I got no complaints. It was
Not one that likes to beat trades that long, so. Hell's poppin'. We don't have
I've been in this demo trade for 10 minutes and it's already been too long.
right? I'm gonna say you said I don't know that's how I started feeling once I've been there for too long.
If it was real money, you
Rail might do
think
something for
about
us.
it.
Back on the radar.
No.
anyway.
Hug me out.
Yeah, definitely probably would be. Well, nah, I'd probably still be sitting here and see what it does to 13. Because I'm on leftovers at this point. Oh, yeah.
There's definitely something to be said about patience, man. And sometimes hard to be patient like that, but it does. You know, freaking AUPH, she so wants to touch that 14 before she dies. Keep selling off and then pop back up.
They're really like bouncing right off the 50. It's typically what it does. Tries to do anyway. Nine o'clock Eastern. Basically, we'll be going over the last 3 weeks because I didn't do the Friday night live stream the last 2 weeks just because it was kind of slow. But I'm gonna catch up. Just kind of go through the stats of the last 3 weeks.
That one from yesterday that was moving. Oh, cool. What's that doing?
What was that?
One of the one from yesterday that was moving OCUL. Wow.
WVVI has not really any volume.
WVPI. It's just not doing a lot either. Okay, baby. So you got about 45, 50 minutes before you gotta get on there, okay? We're good for a little bit longer.
Order filled.
Yeah, maybe you're gonna hurt your lips eventually.
Karen.
Dude, there ain't nothing moving.
Should I move it up a penny?
It's a spider.
On $3.
We're hoping Ray will get some Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, and this doesn't want all to go either.
Order cancelled.
Might go
gonna
pop up over 8.
Take the
30.
quick scalp there. Yeah, I just took a quick scalp on that one. Over 8, under 8.
Quick scalp there. Over and under $8. Hashtag METU.
See this. Okay. Or, there you go.
Still have partial.
Yeah. What trade are you on? I'm just killing it on. It's not telling me, man.
I tell you,
Met you.
I actually thought he was taking a nap earlier when he started talking again. It sounded like he woke him up.
I am pretty tired.
Don't feel you're tired. I don't think you're tired.
Yeah, I realized I don't really use a lot of them, which I still don't really like. I don't really use this cover 1R. I don't really use the 25% position one, but I might in the future. 75% I might as well. The loading, I usually don't really use that much because I can do the simple math in my head. I will probably end up getting rid of these numbers, to be honest. Okay, good.
Took all.
How old are your kids, Tim?
3 and 5.
Yeah, you get a couple years. Before they're big girls, big boys. Never gonna be big girls. I mean, maybe, I don't know. We do live in I mean, if they want to be girls, I guess it's cool nowadays.
I have nothing against the people that do, but I sure hope not. I just don't feel like dealing with all that.
My daughter was the easy one.
Your daughter was, yeah. I mean, I was kind of glad I had girls, man. Everybody I know that has boys, they're a lot more difficult.
Even when it comes to
Until teenage years.
Well, my plus is I had the boys to take care of that part.
You got your boys to take care of the girls.
Well, my daughter was the oldest by a year over my other son, and then my younger son.
Oh, dang.
He was 3 years younger, but
look at what that turned into. Could have been the biggest winner of the day.
All the sports teams and stuff like that. So
Why did I use 1309? Just because of this candle here.
he took care of
If anybody asks. 1308 here. Figured if it curls up above that, you're probably going to go high day, but it got stuffed again. And then, well, bam. Basically bottom tick that.
What? We call that guy Jag.
I wish OCGM was for real. Started that thing with 2 shares and ended up being my biggest winner of the day.
That's 10. So you can call him that.
That sucks.
Yeah. I finally get to be part of one of those big drops like that, and it's a demo trade.
You were part of it. That's all that matters.
That's true. That's true. I'm practicing. I'm practicing for the real thing.
What trade?
OCGN. To my defense, though, I never would have been in this trade for real, so.
No.
But yeah, I mean, that's essentially how you would do it on a trade that I actually am looking for, like an actual intense move. This was not an intense move.
There's no FOMO.
There's no nothing anywhere.
It's a slow grind up. Yeah, the volume is really bad.
Yep.
Sadly, there is not a lot going on.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get lunch. Maybe something will pick up where I'm going. Good luck.
Kill the chicken. There's a chicken shortage. The chicken.
I got plenty of eggs. In the last 2 days, I got 37 eggs.
Made the price up.
I know. I gotta see what I get today.
Dude, make me some eggs.
You want me to give you some eggs? They all taste the same.
I knew it was coming because if you didn't say it, I was going to say it.
I was actually waiting for one of you to say it. It took too long.
You guys all be aware that my farts smell like eggs.
I actually misclicked the mic button, so you got it out first.
You guys having any more babies, Tim, or are you cutting it off? Like literally.
I actually have every intention of getting snips. So yeah, two is the was always the plan and is still the plan.
It's like we've achieved that.
Yep.
Mission accomplished, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you're gonna do the snippy stick, huh?
Yep, that's the plan. I don't know when, but I actually assumed I was already going to have it done, but I just haven't found the times. Feels like there's always something else going on.
Yeah, grass to poke holes in, and thatch.
So nervous about getting that snippy snip one day.
See, Thomas knows. The thing is, if I do it, it would have to be during the winter because I can't go a whole week without cutting the grass.
Priority. Yeah. I was gonna say, mine are 26 and 13.
And soon to be 0. Because you didn't get snippy snipped.
Oh no. What do you
Nah,
gotta do in order to make a baby?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true too. That's true. That's why me and Devin get along, because we have the fun and there's no chance of that. No, nothing. Crickets.
His kid's probably still right there.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what does he mean you have fun with him, Daddy?
Is there seriously a COVID test that you can just buy at the store now?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, soon they're going to be giving, there's going to be the vaccination in the form of pills, too.
No, but this is real? Like, I can just go buy a COVID test?
Yes.
You just have to mail it in with free cereal box top. 6 weeks later, you get your results.
Get from under that rock you're under.
Test. I'll just go buy one of these and trying to set her up somewhere.
Just go to the strip. I'm sure they're selling them on this on the strip.
They got them in the smoke shops.
Guys walking up and down the strip, I'm sure they sell them. They're totally legit.
Open up your rain jacket. Want to buy a COVID test? Want to buy a COVID test?
You want the vaccination? It's in powder form.
Around the corner. Come on. Around the corner, quick.
You know, Devin, I actually have a serious question for you. How has it been since the Raiders moved to Las Vegas? Have you noticed like a difference at all?
Hold on. First, tell them who the Raiders are.
Well, that's true. They're the football team.
The National Felonies League. They moved to your town.
Hey, look, ISNS, I want to get stopped out.
You know that big, huge stadium they built? Yeah, it was for them.
I can answer your question though.
Hold on. We can't hear you over Steve. What is it? What are you doing, Steve?
He's giving a COVID test around the corner.
It's like he took the phone and was smearing it across a piece of paper or something.
It's a little windy right now. It's a little windy.
Yeah, I know. There's helicopters all over my front yard. I'm kind of annoyed. Well, yeah, I don't think they have those in the desert. They're trees, and they form these seeds that have, I don't even know what to call it around it, but people call them helicopters because when they fall out of the tree, they spin like a helicopter. They're called samaras. I actually just looked it up because I was out front with my youngest yesterday, and I peeled one of them, and there's a bean inside, and I was curious if you could eat it, and you can. Apparently, it tastes like maple.
Weird.
Yeah. So I actually kind of want to go try one. It seemed like it was very soft. Yeah, DM. I've seen it. I've actually watched them as they were building it because they had like live feeds and whatnot. Oh man, now I gotta add these trades and delete that demo trade. Let me do that real quick because I'm probably done. Unless something crazy pops up.
You are starving.
Did she just call Devin garbage?
I thought she said she was starving.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Go get this.
Not a bad month. Just the one red day. The 12th. What trades did we take on the 12th? Tesla. I took
So did you
3.
find a topic we're going to talk about tonight?
Yeah, I got 3 weeks worth of boring trades to talk about. And lots of beers to drink. Yeah, I'll probably just kind of go through the stats real quick. I'm not going to go through all the trades, but and then we'll just talk about how crappy slow the market is, and I don't know, just hang out as usual.
What a preview for tonight's stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say I haven't noticed much of a change because I don't go to the strip or casinos or anything. But
Gotcha.
everybody I know who works in the casinos say the clientele has definitely gone downhill since we've. But that's partially COVID too, so I don't know if that really has everything to do with them being here. But just because everything went cheap for so long, so we got just kind of crappy visitors,
Just
you know.
keep imagining like if this trade never happened.
No changes.
I mean, it never should have happened, but all you can do is learn from it. I would drive past it all the time. Yeah, it is a really nice stadium. And nowadays, everything's so advanced when you're building something new like that. I feel like that's always going to be the case.
What kind of change would
It's
you
like when
assume that
Dallas
would
built
bring?
theirs. I was just like, if it was just more crowded per se, because like I remember when Colorado, like when Denver and everything, like when they legalized weed, like they were the first ones to do it. Like that city and state like took off. I mean, like they went from like unknown to one of the most like populated cities in this country. And I'm not saying that would be the case when, you know, they move the football team to your city, but it was just, I didn't know if maybe you saw a big difference. Because I was just watching the draft last night, and it always baffles me when I see them say Las Vegas Raiders. So I was just curious of maybe if you notice a difference. I don't know. Just a random thought, question.
I think partially because they kind of came at a weird time, you know, because they arrived when COVID happened, and you know we had a extreme drop in visitors, so I haven't really seen anything improve yet because we're still slower than we ever were, you know.
I almost feel like I wouldn't want to play for that team because you'd almost have the temptation of Vegas all the time when you're home. That's why I'd never want to live there to begin with.
You guys can go anywhere at any time anyway.
Yeah, but imagine if you didn't have to go anywhere because you're already there all the time.
It's not a gambling. I live here and I have
Like,
temptation.
like if you live, well, yeah, but most of the people that do live there are that way, and you have to be. But imagine, like, if you lived in, I don't know, Nebraska, or I don't know, like some state that is not really that close to any kind of temptation. It's like you could be sitting there at night and you'd be like, man, I could really go for some gambling and some strippers and stuff like that. But you would actively have to make that happen. Where if you're already in Vegas, you're like, you can act on that impulse kind of thing.
I drive 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and I can be there.
Right. But if you live in Nebraska, it's a little different. You got to get on a plane. You got to pay for said plane. You got to invite all your boys, probably.
Go to the Indian reservation.
What do you have against Nebraska?
Nothing. I was just trying to think of a place that was far enough away that didn't have casinos, probably. And probably good-looking strippers. Or better.
Now you don't think Nebraska has good-looking girls?
No, I think that's far from the case. But the ones that are stripping, probably not.
So now you're racist against strippers?
Yes, that's exactly what I am.
That's what I'm perceiving.
I mean,
Write it up. Yeah, no, you're completely right. I'm agreeing to it.
Regular attendee of those type of places, but I will say there are some that are not.
Amazing, Tim. You're soon becoming a role model. Oh, thanks, Sammy. I do feel like things are starting to work out. Just gotta get through this move, and then we'll see if that's the case. Amazing month, amazing day. Yeah, we're grinding along. Are you doing anything for lunch?
Huh?
Are you doing anything for lunch? Lunch?
I hadn't thought about it.
It's almost 12 o'clock.
Really soon.
I mean, I'm just curious. I was just curious. I'm not asking you to make me something.
I hadn't even really
What's he doing?
been looking in and see what I got. That's why I made that sausage thing, because the crescent rolls were expiring May 5th. So I was like, oh, I better use these.
That's what I did with the chicken salad last night. It was literally said May 5th. I was like, oh, sorry. And Camden ate most of it.
Did he?
All you have to do to get him to try something is just eat it yourself. And then he'll come over and like look at it. And then like he's deciding, well, I see you eating it. Does it look good, like bad enough to not eat it? And I guess that was one, because he told me I was eating it with the scoops. And it had Old Bay on it, and he knows he likes Old Bay. So he tried it, and he sat there and ate probably more than I did. And he was scooping it himself, too. Which was usually not the case, but... Yeah, I am, too. I feel like I slept same amount of hours as usual, but I feel like I didn't, like, actually sleep.
He was like screaming in his sleep. In a couple hours, he was talking and screaming at me.
When's the last time he's been home?
Well, I guess your dad got him Monday.
So Monday? That's crazy.
Well, they were supposed to get him back yesterday,
Yeah.
but they asked me if I would mind keeping him last night and today. Like they're gonna get him back
Yeah.
like after work today.
That still baffles my mind a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think it was because he was sick and she came home at the same time that
Yeah.
it just like really didn't allow them to get into a routine. And really the only reason is because his school was closed. If his school wasn't closed, he would have went to school and then came home or whatever.
While he was sick.
Huh?
So while he was sick.
Before. I mean after. But they said that he, I guess they weren't getting like the sleep or getting a routine down, and I guess it was just too much for Emily to deal with him and the baby while.
I feel like right now is the easiest time because that's probably when Julia will be sleeping. Yeah.
Sleeps most of the
Yeah.
But they're told every 3 hours whether she's sleeping or not to wake her up. So 24 hours every 3 hours. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Well, that's when a normal baby would feed anyway. So.
So, and then she was having trouble feeding. Like she wasn't. I mean, they're even using a bottle. They use food in the bottle, and they have to give her extra vitamins and like half formula, half breast or whatever to try to get her to gain weight. And then she wasn't like eating. She was having trouble like feeding from the bottle and stuff. So then that's when they went to the doctor and they saw the tongue thing or whatever. And then she made that appointment for Friday, and that's why I have him. Otherwise, your dad would have taken him back yesterday. But since she has the appointment today, she didn't want to take. Well, I actually offered, and I said, "Are you sure you want to take William and Julia to the doctor with you?" And I said, "This is my last telework week." I was like, "So you want to take advantage?" And then because I had got the shot, otherwise he probably would have been here all week. But they were trying to be nice, thinking if I got sick from having the shot, that I wouldn't want to take care of him and myself or whatever. But fortunately, I didn't. I just got the whatever, and I feel tired and just something like that.
Our state had the best gambling month ever, even with COVID. What state are you in? Don't remember what was that trade on the chart. Which I don't know which chart you're talking about, Sammy. If it's this OCGN, this was a demo trade. I was testing this button, and then just had fun with it. It's true, yeah. Roger Goodell was also saying that he wants to, they're hoping to have more fans in the stands this year, so we'll see how that works out. Blackjack, I like blackjack. I like craps as well, but poker's my game. Oh, you're in Nevada as well. Nice. That's where Devin lives. You didn't notice anything different on the trading history chart? Or wait, don't remember what was that trade on the chart. Oh, that was MVIS. MVIS was... MVIS was the trade that I had the phone call with CMEG that day, and they were telling me about the affiliation, the promo codes and stuff no longer being accepted. And I came back after that, and you can see it was at 3 o'clock this happened. And I just got caught in this move here. And on top of that, and you guys hear me say it all the time, if you're going to play something in that afternoon, go like 25% share size. And I actually went 200%. Like I just got off the phone call with them, like literally at 3 o'clock. This popped up as I sat back down, which I usually am not even at my computer around this time anyway. So the only reason I was even at my computer was because I had that phone call with CMEG. And then, yeah, this happened. I posted it on the Twitter, like, right after it happened. But, yeah, this was a max loss. I just, not only did I start it too big, but then I added, this is something you typically wouldn't see me do, is add this close together. So I didn't even get to stay in the trade. But, however, even if we would have spaced out our ads, we probably would have got, like, one last ad here and then still cut here at this high of day. Because it tried to pull back and clearly didn't want to. So it was obviously just still strong. And yeah, we probably would have took the L on this no matter how you put it. I mean, unless you waited to start this somewhere up around where we ended up cutting it and then added up into here, this was really the only pullback, because then, as you can see, it stayed above that area the rest of the time. So that was it was a tough trade regardless, but my emotions got the best of me, and we started this way too big. And yeah, so anytime you get caught on the front side of a move and you stop out with a max loss, it means you started too big, and I didn't even get to the top of the move, not even close. So you can clearly see that I started this a little too big. But yeah, that was the big dip on the chart that you see. This guy right here. So it was unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It was nothing but lost time. The market being a little bit slower, it did take us quite a while to get that back. It took us, what, 3 weeks? Yeah, it took us 3 weeks to get that back. So just grinding along in this slow market, and we got past it though, and we're just trucking along, and we're gonna keep doing that until we get through with the move, and yeah, we'll go from there. It was over $1 billion in revenue for the casinos. Yeah, it's disgusting. Casinos. I had a couple of the casinos. I bought so many of these. Like, I have it somewhere on my desktop, but it was something stupid. Like, if we go back on the daily and look at March, I bought almost, I think it was like 8 tickers on the bottom day. Like, I'm pretty sure I was in MGM at like $6. I was in RCL. I was in this at 23.27. I remember because 23.27, that's my wife's birthday and my birthday, and I thought that was funny. But yeah, 23.27, I was in that. CCL, I was in at $10. Toll, I was in. Where was I in Toll? Let me see where the price is currently. Isn't that the ticker? What's the home builder? I thought it was Toll. Now it's going to make me go find it. Hold on. Oh, it's just 1L. I was in Toll at 17.57. Now I can just tell you the actual averages that I had. Yeah, I was in Toll at 17.57. CCL was 10.67. Under Armour, I was in at 7.67 or 7.66. MGM, I was in at 10.25. Delta, I was in at 24.05. RCL, 23.50 or 23.27. AAL. Well, you guys can probably see this because I still have it up. Yeah. So RCL, well, you can see I averaged, but 23.27 was my first entry. Some of these I got a second entry because I was planning on adding to these as we kept going. AAL, 11.22, and Play, which is Dave & Buster's. I had them at $9.55. Craziness. But you can see, look, my first fill was down at 7.75. Like that was where I got all of these. On the day that the SPY was at its lowest was the day I bought all of these. And if you look, it was this move right here where it popped back up, where I took them all off because I was just like, it's such a big pop off of the bottoms, where I was like, that's a big return in a short amount of time. And the day trader in me, I had every intention of holding these for like 2 years, and look where I'd be now. And I didn't even get full position. I only got 2, and you can see I was doing them quarter lots. So I only got in 2 of the 4. I actually got 3 on a couple of them, but I ended up selling out of them because they made the big moves up. And I was just like, how can I not take these? And yeah, it was a good short-term gain, but it was very frustrating in the end because it's doing exactly what I had planned for it to do. But You living, you learn. I mean, I still made money on it, so there is that.
So tempting.
When did he say that? That was a while ago. It was like 6 minutes ago.
Indeed.
Do we take a quick scalpy scalp? Go for the scalpy scalp? Probably could have went for the scalpy scalp. I already missed it here, though. We would have been looking for that up there. 304 would have been our entry. Looking for the retest down through 3. So yeah, probably would have put an order right here, like 298. That's all. It would just been a quick little scalp. That's all you would have been looking for. Pop up through the whole dollar, looking for it to come back down. I mean, you can see this is where it was building up, right? See, it was building up right there, that 296. You scroll out, you can kind of see why. Pretty decent area on the 60 as well. You can see that line coming straight across. Hopefully it just goes higher and we run out of shares and we can say that we dodged one. That would be fun. There we go. So we never got the pop back through 3 there. Maybe you are not in the mindset after CMEG. Call some of these afternoon moves continue the next day too. Yeah, hard one there. Yeah, it was. Envis was a tough one. But yeah, no, I definitely wasn't in the right mindset after CMEG. That's why I remember saying, I think on Twitter, like I needed a mulligan, or maybe I said that just to the guys, that I wasn't counting that trade. I mean, obviously I counted it because it is real, but in my head, I was acting like that trade just didn't happen because that wasn't, I wasn't myself then. Later, man. Have a good weekend.
Later.
Tell 50 I said hi.
I was in his building already. You missed him.
Oh well.
I'll text you his credit card number. See what you get with it.
Probably some Bacardi. All right, man. Get out of here. I'll see you later.
You know what that comes with.
Yeah, hopefully the girls he's messing with.
I didn't have to say it out loud. There's kids around.
She's talking about Legos or something later. How old is she, Devin? Yeah, this DPW, man, I want to be playing this so bad, but there's only, the shares are about to run out.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit bigger pop.
Yeah, well, that's the unfortunate thing. If there is a bigger pop, these shares are definitely going to run out. I'm watching them just disappear. Down to 18,000 now. If we were in it, we definitely would have got to add there, right? That was for sure. That was a nice pop. So our average would probably be like right around like 307, 308. Which would be frustrating because we'd definitely be looking for around $3 for take profit. Like 302, 301, 302. And it would, you know, always, as always, be bouncing right around our average. Because why do it any other way? Afternoon spikes. I look for what news is out, but yes, that's a very strong move. You can't win against it. Yeah, there was no. The only way you were winning against that one was if you're long. We do have Lennar houses over here, and yes, they are beautiful. We're actually buying a cock. They call it Coke. I always just say cock. The house we're buying is a Coke home, Koch. It's 5 years old. This is definitely going to run out of shares. Shorts are going to start eating this one up. I'm surprised it's not out of shares already.
Yeah, I gotta set up the other one so I can watch them.
Do it. It'll save you a headache eventually. It actually, the minute I started doing it, like the very first time, I was like, why was I not already doing this? Especially if you remember, like the 2 or 3 times I got bit by that, I was like, I'm not letting that happen anymore. And it almost just got me the other day. But thankfully, the reason it didn't get me is because I noticed it was running out of shares, and I got extra aggressive with it because of that. I got some of those last shares, and either it was going to work or not at that moment, and thankfully it worked. But by having it up, it allowed me to see that I better get them now or they're going to be gone. $12,000.
$12K left 3 DPW.
I remember walking into it, and the thing with Lennar too, don't they like include everything? Like everything's included, if I remember correctly. Do you guys have shares on DPW?
HTV.
I was just curious. We're now out of them. I ordered some stuff for my desk last night. Getting excited for that. Whoa. You guys take a look at BTX?
It's just a company, baby. It's up there, huh?
Look at that thing. Went back to the highs?
Somebody should have been watching that.
Yeah, like what happened there? There's a lot of Devon trades in there too.
Wasn't even looking at this thing.
I only pulled it up because I just went on Twitter for a second. Matt Az was like, BTX absolute madness. This was at 29 at the open and was supposed to be on its backside. It's crazy because if you look at that little move at the open, it does look like it's going to be the backside, and it's just like, eh. PayPal's in the description.
Well, that, I'm making a Devin move right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I gotta add over here to the columns list, Tim, on IB.
So pull up the monitor or the watch list.
Yeah, I pulled up the watch list and I'm in the settings to where I gotta add.
Yeah, so on the left side where it says shown columns, that's what is going to show in the list. And then on the right side is what you want to look for. So type in where it says enter filter text here. Type in shortable. And then there's another one that says shortable shares. So the one that's shortable is the one that'll give you the green, dark green, and red. And then shortable shares is the one that'll tell you how many shares. And if you're looking to just kind of make it like mine, where it says market cap, it's just market cap if you want to search that one too. And obviously there's a million different ones that you can add to it if you really want to.
Yeah. Keep it KIS.
Why didn't you call this one out earlier?
Because I didn't go on Twitter and see Matt S say anything about it earlier. He just said something 7 minutes ago. Sorry.
Do you have yours popped out, Tim?
Yes, and I actually have it to always be on top as well, because I have it on top of my DOS like main window. So like if I were to click on the DOS main window, I don't want it to disappear. Except for the flooring. Gotcha. All right, guys. I'm actually going to get out of here. Don't forget to show up tonight if you want to talk some more. 9 p.m. Eastern. I can hear my son upstairs with the wife, so gotta go and do that. I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope you have a good weekend if I don't see you. And I will hopefully see you tonight. If not, like I said, have a great weekend. I'm definitely repeating myself because I'm trying to remember what I did and didn't say. But with that said, peace.